One of the key minerals in a multivitamin is obviously zinc.
True. Oh yeah.
And in most multivitamins, the form that they choose is zinc oxide. We'll typically chelate it with an amino acid, or use a citric acid salt, zinc citrate. But zinc oxide is a form of zinc that's typically used in multivitamins, so obviously it's safe. And our zinc oxide isn't absorbed through your skin, but the only chemical that we should use in sun care and skin care and in any kind of protection from the sun is zinc oxide, followed by, say, titanium dioxide. The chemical sunscreens are absolutely, positively, and this is not me on a soapbox with my own agenda. If you simply look at the science, if you simply look at the ingredients and their properties and their benefits, the last thing you'd want to put on your body is a chemical sunscreen. They're absorbed into your body. They can have impacts and effects that affect your endocrine system, hormones in your body. These are not things that you, God forbid, ever want to put on a child's body. So the only product to be put on a child's body would be a zinc oxide-based sunscreen or zinc oxide with titanium dioxide. But you do not use chemical sunscreens on a child. We should, as far as I'm concerned, if chemical sunscreen simply disappeared, all of us would be better for it. The planet would be better for it. Zinc oxide provides a perfectly, not just adequate, it provides the superior sun protection. Only zinc oxide is the complete barrier to UVA and UVB. Titanium dioxide is a complete barrier to UVB and a pretty good barrier to UVA. In terms of the chemical sunscreens, not a single chemical sunscreen is a complete UVA, UVB barrier. That's why when you look at chemical sunscreens, they throw the kitchen sink at it. And they throw the kitchen sink at it because they have to cover UVA and UVB, they have to use a whole bunch of chemicals. Then they have to use other chemicals to preserve and protect them because they tend to break down, because they're less stable. And oftentimes what they'll do is they'll just throw in a little bit of zinc oxide because it'll look healthy and it gives them the comprehensive, the UVA and UVB sunscreen protection. But frankly, if you don't get my product, get a sunscreen. You need to protect your skin and make sure that sunscreen is principally zinc oxide, if need be, a little bit of titanium dioxide.
Absolutely. I have to say, ever since this launched here at HSN, people have been raving about it. So one other thing, just like the sucrase, a little bit goes a long way here. It's beautifully emollient. It's just lovely the way it feels on your skin. So you choose the size of choice. You have your 2 ounce, 4 ounce, or 6 ounce. Big, big savings for the summer. One of the things that impressed me though is the fact, it'd be easy to make it oily, you know, and I have very sensitive skin, so it's kind of
Almost all the sunscreens are oil-based.
They are.
My original sunscreen from over 20 years ago was oil-based.
Sure.
But oil-based doesn't go well with makeup. It also just doesn't feel good. It goes on nice at first, but it doesn't go on properly in the long term. Ours is water-based. Our formula is, I think, about 53% water. You add the zinc oxide in, so the formula between water and zinc oxide, you're already at over 70% of the formula, instead of all these different oils and synthetic oils and things like that. So it's a product that, again, oily ingredients, they give the sensation of benefiting you, but really an oily ingredient is not delivering any additional moisturizing. And in terms of makeup, it doesn't marry as well with makeup. This marries beautifully with makeup. It was a lot harder to create this water-based product. It took us years. The new research for this product was at least 5 years in the making. And for most companies, probably 4 years ago, they would have been satisfied.
Yeah.
I wasn't. And again, when I look at the sunscreens that I have used over the years, that Muriel uses, for 1.5 or 2 ounces, you pay more. This is our Today Special. But because for the summer, it's more than a day, and sunscreen really is, for me, it's a public service product, that this is a price that was the equivalent of what we were paying for 1.5 and 2 ounces. You can go online and look for the best sunscreens, and you're going to find sunscreens that have scary chemicals in them, but they're going to be more than the price of that 6 ounce size for 1, 2, or 3 ounces. So it's an incredible opportunity. You'll fall in love with the product, and it's just the healthiest way to go about providing sun protection. And that was my goal. I'm familiar with zinc oxide because it's a mineral. So this was sort of straightforward for us, but we had to learn a lot about doing these water-based formulas, which everyone avoids. Why? It's hard. So everybody takes the shortcut, and they're typically all oil-based formulas, almost all of them. So this is a unique approach, and that's why the product already is incredibly well reviewed. Most sunscreens aren't well reviewed unless they contain chemicals, because those chemicals are fatty and oily and have a real emollient effect. But they're absorbed into your body, and as far as I'm concerned, they're toxic. They shouldn't be put on our body. It's hard to make a zinc oxide product that's incredibly well reviewed. We've succeeded. I think the reviews on this product are something like 80 or 90% positive reviews.
They are, and a 4.3-star customer pick average. And you know, it's kind of that double whammy. We know we should be protecting our skin, but then it's like, if you're like me, I've got very sensitive skin. A lot of times I put that sunscreen on, and it not only reacts poorly with my makeup, or separates, or causes the makeup to turn color, or your skin just feels kind of uncomfortable. This is the antithesis. This is the complete opposite of that. It's so elegant on the skin. It blends beautifully.
Yeah, even the features, I have a chart behind me with the features, that it's dermatologist tested, it's non-comedogenic. Not only will it not cause breakout, but when that study was done, it actually soothes the skin. And again, because it's water-based, and over 70% of the ingredients are zinc oxide and water, and just another dozen ingredients. Typical sunscreen is 25, 30, 35 ingredients or more. So you go down the list, it's fragrance-free, it's preservative-free. And sunscreens are regulated like drugs.
They are.
So they're literally considered OTC drugs, and when you read the label in our box, it has a drug fact panel. So not a supplement fact or a nutrition fact, but a drug fact panel. So we handled this with the utmost of care, because that's how we should handle our skin, and we shouldn't be slathering products on our body that we would never dream of eating. And when you use chemical sunscreens, it's as if you ate them. And they haven't been regulated like food additives. So I think they should just go away, and I've said this for 20 years, and now with all the latest research and latest science, hopefully that's going to come to pass.
For sure. The responsible, ethical, logical choice, the more you know, when you know better, you do better, and now extraordinary savings for the summer as well. All right, we are into the last few minutes of this afternoon show.
Since we were just talking about protecting our skin, now we're talking about the moisture in our skin. And the moisture in our skin is responsible for the appearance of our skin. I think we've gotten accustomed